The next guy on the list who's, I think, moving up people's draft boards based on that under 19 FIBA performance is Mikel Brown. He's just really, really good, man. This is a guy I had pretty high for a while now. Watching their under 17 group with a lot of these guys was just crazy impressive to see him then. He just was smooth and fluid, was still growing a little bit, so it was a little less consistent because he seemed a little more matchup dependent, but now just much more consistent. He's grown to like 6'4", 6'5"-ish. Still kind of skinny and lithe and has to fill out a little bit, but just a smooth, fluid mover. 6'7"-ish wingspan, give or take. Just posted crazy shooting splits in EYBL last year. Was 45% from the field, which isn't crazy good, but 40% from three, 91% from the free throw line. Shot really well in that FIBA tournament I mentioned. I think that's the guy who should have been the MVP. He would come in and the team would immediately go on like a 10-0 run, and he would come out and they would immediately give up a handful of points. The team just ran the best and was the smoothest, with Brown kind of running the show for them. And just another, like, I think a guy will be an elite shooter in college basketball this year. He's going to Louisville. Again, it's Mikel Brown. If you want a point guard, it makes sense. To me, I think the fit's not as clean with the Wizards. I'm not saying you should be worried about fit. I'm just telling you guys how I think he networks next to these other guys. He's maybe the best playmaker we've talked about this group in terms of playmaking for others, but not really like a break you down with physical tools, get into the lane kind of guy. And I really do think that would be a huge thing for the Wizards. Like Darren Peterson, AJ DeBonza, Tunde Yesu, all these guys we talked about are going to be like a walking paint touch, especially with NBA spacing. And you can't really touch anybody or hand check or kind of clog the paint. So they'll create a ton of other, they'll have a gravity for other guys. Whereas I don't know if Brown does that, but the shooting and the ball handling may just be so elite that he ultimately still gets to all those spots he wants to get to on the floor here. So Mikel Brown, I think at Louisville will be interesting. They've got some other guards that he's going to have to figure some things out with too. So we'll see how good of a team they are and if he gets enough attention and traction there to play himself into that top 4 range.